Hello, so I've been no-lifing Diablo 4 recently, but I just wanted to make a quick little video. In no way do I take any credit for this. This goes to CDPPP8668 on Instagram. And I actually stumbled upon this video a couple of days ago, and he also changed the visor to the old head like I did, but he went the extra mile and actually changed the hair. And originally I was kind of thinking about doing that, but I don't really like how undetailed it is. Also, why is my light flickering so much? I didn't really like how undetailed the hairpiece is, especially like here, but I really like how it kind of fills out like everything here a little bit more, because there's something kind of funny looking about it. I'm not really sure what it is, but I especially really like the bangs going over his forehead, so I'm gonna try to replicate that by heating up the hair and also heating up this hair, and then just swapping the hairs. So yeah, we're gonna do a quick attempt, and hopefully we don't screw up what we did with a visor. So the head is very much heated up, and hopefully this will be a pretty clean, haha, that's really hot, clean, ow, removal. Oh, I can't even touch it. Nope, too hot. I need gloves. Okay, attempt 2 with gloves. Still on pretty tightly. Oh wait, there we go. I guess you just had to approach it at the right angle. Now, the tricky thing is you don't want to stretch the plastic, and I especially don't want to mess up the front. I might actually go in and re-sculpt some of this back here. Just trying to sever a little bit of the plastic from the hair. There we go. The hairpiece nice and detached. So now we're gonna do the same thing with this head. Okay, so hopefully my hairdryer has done the job and I can just get this off easily. It's a little bit of give to, ooh. The tricky thing is I really hope the new hairpiece is gonna cover up this exposed like part up here. I'd also like to keep my paint matched blue if possible. At least the visor isn't like falling off or anything. Okay, I think we'll heat it up a little bit more. We want to be slow and steady. Usually I would just rip it off, but I gotta learn some patience, you know. There we go. It was a pretty clean job too. I wonder if this is gonna, you know, like be a straight up fit. No, it won't, but look how good this looks though. I really like the proportions for the hair. I can see, however, though, whoa, this is extending far too much. Oh, what do we do? I think for starters, we're gonna just like take this away. Okay, so I got two ways I can proceed here. So the first one is that we like, I just can't get over how good this looks. But the first one is that we simply cut off this bit here, and then we resculpt pretty much the entire thing. And that's going to be quite a lot of work, but it's also a pretty easy way in making sure that this fringe here stays good looking. The second is that I cut off like a bit here, and then I graft on the fringe here. But you see, like, I don't really like how the hair lays on this head. It looks kind of like a bad toupee. And yeah, so regardless, if I did the other way, I would still have to take this off. So I think for starters, we can just cut off like a big part here and then resculpt. Okay, so instead of doing a straight cut, I've decided I would try to do like a little slit back here and then kind of fold the hair over itself. I want to follow the hair lines, so like maybe so, and then let's see how it looks if I no, it goes down too far still. Why couldn't this just be sculpted with a little bit more detail? I mirror this sculpt here like so, then remove a line like so, and now I can like have it fold over itself almost. a little bit more. So I got some epoxy sculpt here, and now we're just going to resculpt the hair. Well, we're not really going to resculpt the front as much as we're going to do the back, just to make everything just look a little bit more seamless. And I'm using the old head sculpt here as guidance, just to kind of get a feel for how to make hair look kind of natural, I guess, or at least this type of hair. So I think it usually goes with that you do a bunch of small strands, and the tricky thing here is going to have the clay not jut out too much from the original sculpt. I think we're going to follow this line here. And now we just make a line, the hair like so, another one like here. I'm gonna repaint all of this later on, so I kinda just hope that whatever looks a bit sloppy will kinda just disappear in the paint. I don't want to make it look too lumpy either. I'm not really good at sculpting hair in the slightest, so we'll see how it turns out. So I have a second plan. I decided that I'll try to like carve in grooves to add some more like lines in the hair. See, like so. And then when we paint everything up, it's gonna look a lot better. I'm also gonna put some clay in here just to kind of get a little bit more of a rounded edge. But I think this is a pretty good way to start. Maybe I can do this with Jean too. I did a little bit of resculpting. I put some clay in the grooves to kind of make them a bit less egregious, and I made the hair strands here a little bit more uneven, so it more seems like the hair is sticking out from this like head condom Scott has always got going on. So I don't really know what it's gonna look like when it's painted, so that's what I'm gonna do now. So we're starting with just some very dark brown, and the reason why I'm going with dark brown is because darker colors have better coverage, and I also got some on the visor just now, but I can easily remove that. And when everything is one uniform color, when we eventually work ourselves up to the lighter color again, we're gonna get more depth, and paint coats are also gonna be a lot more even. Because if I were to immediately go with like a kind of like lighter brown, the clay would look quite drastically different from the painted plastic, because different materials take paint very differently. So this is kind of like just like a primer. So the first layer is dry, and now we're going in with just a brighter brown, and we're gonna dry brush it. And dry brushing, because of the whole nature of it being kind of streaky by default, is we're gonna get some extra textures in there. And I dry brushed away some paint. Jesus, maybe the paint wasn't dry enough. So when I brightened up everything, I thought the grooves were a little bit too extreme, so I have some of this liquid green stuff, and it's basically just like air dry clay, and it's not liquid in any way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a little bit of it, and like in say like this groove here, I'm just gonna jam down a bit of it, try to spread it around inside, and then we press down. We basically try to fill it up, but not fully, because we don't want to like repair the groove. We just want to make it a little bit more even, and then we just keep going at every single groove like this. So everything is finished now, and yeah, I am really happy with how this turned out. This really helped with the whole kind of like wig issue I had with Scott before. And it's not like completely perfect. There's still like some slop here, and the paint didn't really go on as smoothly as I wanted. But I think this looks pretty good. good. It definitely looks better than it used to. So, yeah, just a short little video. So thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.
Parents are human too. They mess up. I know how it feels to have the things you trusted, the future you were building, crash down on you. And refuse to let go even as you're buried by what should have been. You're not alone.